Hello everyone, this is Miss Monali Godambe from Gundecha Education Academy, Oshiwara. So today we are going to learn about shelter, means houses, different types of houses in EVS. Trust me, this one is an interesting chapter. So let's begin with, why do we need a shelter or a house? 5 simple reasons. It provides us with space to play, sleep, cook, eat and spend time with our family. Second, it protects us from hot and cold weather. Then it also protects us from rain and storms. Then it makes our life comfortable, isn't it? Can you all imagine the life of those people, those homeless people who are on the streets right now? Yes, it's very difficult for them to cope, not just right now during this time of corona, but even otherwise. So be thankful we all have a wonderful house to live in that keeps us safe. A house also protects us from thieves. So 5 simple reasons why we need a house. Yes, it gives you space to play, sleep, cook, eat, spend time. It protects us from hot and cold, rain and storms. It makes our life comfortable and it keeps us safe or protects us from the. Now we are going to learn about different types of houses. So the first type of house we're going to study about or learn about is a kacha house. So a kacha house is something that you would, whenever you go out of town, okay, out of Mumbai to a village, you must have seen houses like these. So these houses are made with mud or straw or bamboo, and the roofs are made are thatched roofs. That means they're made with dry straw or dry grass, and they're temporary. Okay, they can easily break down, so they have to keep making or keep mending the house. They do not have enough windows and therefore it's very dark inside. So people in the villages are very poor, so and they believe in living a earthy way of life, so they make these kind of kacha houses, and they're very small. So since their requirement is also very less, so they build these houses and they live in it. But we in the city or towns live in what are called as PUCCA houses, rather permanent houses. So houses in towns and cities are PUCCA houses, and they're made from cement, concrete, bricks, steel, wood and glass. I'm sure you all know all these materials because I'm sure you're very smart kids. Right now also, if you look around where you all live, you will know that your houses are made of bricks. Concrete was used to join those bricks. Concrete and cement were used to join those bricks. Then your windows are probably made, the sliding windows are made with steel, then or wood and glass. So yes, so these are pakka houses. Houses made of bricks and cement are stronger than the mud houses, obviously, because of the material that is being used. Cement is what gives the strength to the bricks and keeps them together for a longer time. Yeah. Moving on. Is there any new house being constructed in your neighborhood? Have you all seen any construction site around your house? I'm sure all of us have seen it. Yeah, if not, after the lockdown, okay, not now. After the lockdown, with an adult, mommy, daddy, grandparents, anyone, go and visit the site, okay, and look at it. Look at how everything looks when it is being made. Ask the people working there to give you a small piece of brick, marble, granite, tiles, wood, whatever is fallen there. Okay, little things, just as samples to show your friends. Yeah, that houses, this is what is a brick, this is what is called as a brick, and this is what is used to make a house. It's interesting to collect these things. So when I was little, I used to do this. But yeah, okay, you all can also do this, but after the lockdown is over. All right. Now, the first kind of house that we're going to study about is a bungalow. So a bungalow is a very big house with a nice garden or a porch outside. Then it has many doors and windows and is very well lighted or very well lit. It is a beautiful house with modern appliances. Yes, we all know what a bungalow is. A lot of us probably have a farmhouse or something which has a bungalow. right? All of us have sometime or the other lived in a bungalow, right? Great. So this is how a bungalow looks, or this is what a bungalow is. It can be of different types, differently designed, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so one family usually lives in a bungalow at one time. Of course, it can be a large family or a small family, irrespective. Next is a multi-storied building, something that we all in towns and cities live in the most. So, my friend Ayana lives in an apartment in a multi-story building near my house. It is a very tall building. This building has an elevator for going up and down. Now, we all have an elevator, do you remember? Great. So, you can't go alone. Remember that. Please go with an adult always. Yeah. Anyways, so it has many apartments. Apartments means flats on each floor. Sometimes you can have two, three, depending on how big your apartment is. Rather, sorry, how big your building or your society is. And you all can have your friends living on different floors. I live on the 11th floor. Which floor do you all live in? Lovely. You all know which floor you all live in. That's nice. So the next type of house are the houses which are in the hills. So houses in the hills are Pakka houses, and they are mainly made of wood, and they have sloping roofs so the rainwater or the snow can slide down from the roof. How many of you all have gone for a lovely holiday to a nice hill station like say Mahabaleshwar, Mathiran, Shimla? Yeah, have you all? Amazing. So the next time, whenever that is, whenever you all go on a holiday to a hill station, I want you all to see if you all rather can if you all can spot these kind of houses in the hills, if they are made with wood, do they have a slanting roof. So when I was little, every time I would travel, roof was one thing that I would always notice. And my daddy actually told me that, you know what, how do you know whether this place gets enough rainfall or no? So I said, how do you know, how do you find that out? Ask people around. He said, no, it's simple. If houses have a slanting roof, that means it rains a lot over there so that the water trickles down the roof. But if it is a flat roof, then there is not enough rainwater. So if you go to Rajasthan and you notice the houses there, they will have a flat roof. They will not have slanting roofs because places like Rajasthan do not have enough rainfall. And hill stations, if either they have rain or they have snow, so that's why they have slanting roofs. The next kind of house is there are different kinds of houses. The next kind of house is a igloo. Wow, isn't it? It looks lovely, no? Have you ever stayed in an igloo? Oh, even I haven't lived in an igloo because we live in Mumbai. We don't have such lovely houses in Mumbai because it's very, very hot. And igloos are the houses that are made of ice and are there in very cold regions. Yeah. Next type of house, which is a tent. Yes, I know all of y'all have play tents at home, right? With your superheroes on it or your Annas and Elsa on it. Yes, so the house that is made from cloth. Now, of course, we all have play tents, but these tents can also be used as temporary houses by your army, military, or even when you go camping. So these are temporary houses that you build with, say, cloth. Okay. Next is a stilt house. A stilt house is a very special kind of a house. Okay. So these houses are built on places where there is water or where it rains a lot and there is a lot of flood that happens. But then these people have to live there because their livelihood is dependent there. So they first put tall bamboos underneath their houses and then they build houses. So even if the water level goes up and down and it rains a lot, the water doesn't enter our houses. Yes, I'm sure you all know how it is in Mumbai when it rains a lot. Sometimes people who live on the ground floor, all the water gets into their houses and it's not a very pleasant thing to happen. Everything gets wet and spoiled. That's why these smart people who live in regions where there is a lot of rainfall, they build their houses on stilts or these bamboos underneath their houses. The next is a very fun kind of house, okay? It's called the house on wheels or caravans. So it's not very popular in India, but abroad, a lot of people take off on trips in a caravan like this. So whenever they are or they camp with a caravan. So this is actually, there's actually a little house inside the caravan, like a little bedroom and a little, little toilet, and there's a sleeping area and there's a little kitchen. So all this is there inside this little, no, it's not really little, it's kind of big. So this is called a caravan. I'm sure all of you all have seen Peppa Pig. And in one of the Peppa Pig episodes, they actually go camping in a camper van or a caravan. You all remember that episode? Yes. If not, ask your mamas to just put that one episode where they go camping in a caravan just to see what a caravan is. The next kind of house that we're going to study is a houseboat. It looks lovely, no? Imagine living on water. Yes, so these are literally houses which are on a boat, and they're very popular in Kerala. Have you all ever been to Kerala? Yes, Kerala has, and even Kashmir for that matter. Even Kashmir has a lot of houseboats, and so does Kerala. And there are a lot of people who live in these houseboats, like on daily basis. Some of us just go as tourists and visitors and live in these houseboats for a few days, but otherwise there are people who live properly in these kind of houseboats. It's fun, no? Once the lockdown is over and the holidays and your school holidays start, maybe in December or next year, you all must go live in a houseboat. It'll be fun. Okay, now that we learned about different kinds of houses, it's important to keep the house clean, irrespective of how your house is. Now, I've given you two pictures, okay? One is of a very, very messy room, and one is of a nice, clean, neat, and tidy room. Tell me, which one would you like to live in? Which kind of room would you like to stay in? The messy one or the clean one? Of course, the clean one. Isn't it simpler? I don't know what will happen to this messy room. There are some times when my daughter makes a room so messy and all the toys have fallen everywhere. And there are times that, I stamp on them and I slip and fall, and then she understands. She's just little, although she's just 5 years old. But yes, and then it's a clean up time. So then we make a checklist. Oh, why don't we all make a checklist too? So we do something that I do with my daughter. So you all have to do this with your parents. So what do you need to do? So every big house or small house needs to be cleaned every day. All household articles should be kept in proper places. Proper places, wherever the place is of that particular thing. Say clothes go in your cupboard or your closet or your wardrobe. Shoes go in your shoe rack. Then clutter goes in the dustbin. Your toys go in your toy cupboard or your toy basket. So remember to do these things. And we should keep our parents and we should help our parents in keeping the house neat and clean. Yes, all of you are wonderful children and you all do help your parents. I know that. Like I was telling you, let's be organized and make a checklist. Okay? Make this little checklist and stick it on the cupboard or wall. And every time you do these things, say, make your bed. Do you make your own bed or does your mama do it for you? Good, some of you all do make your own bed. That's nice. So you put a tick in that little box. Do you pick up your toys or you wait for your didis and aunties and mamas and papas to pick up your toys? Nice. So if you pick up your toys, you get to put a tick. Then do you put your shoes away properly? Very good. So wherever you put, whatever you do in these things each day, just put a little tick in that box. So you can make this checklist for each day, in the sense you write these things and you make 30 boxes in front of it. I think your mamas or daddies will help you do this, or you can use the whiteboard also to make this checklist, so you can erase every day and do it. Even that is a good idea. So let us all keep our room and house neat and clean. Now, a good house also needs light and ventilation, rather any house. So good house must have plenty of doors and windows so that we get plenty of sunlight and fresh air in the house. If there is not enough sunlight and fresh air in the house, you will feel very gloomy. People will start falling ill because germs, no, they don't like sunlight. They love gloomy places where there is no light. There are germs. They start growing, and if there is no fresh air, you will fall ill. So in order to avoid all that, you need enough light rather and fresh air coming into your house. So sunlight and fresh air are important for healthy living. Yeah. Apart from all just keeping your house neat and tidy, everybody loves to decorate their house too, right? So we buy beautiful furniture, then we buy beautiful artifacts, showpieces and carpets to make it look really good. We also decorate a house with paintings on the wall, flower vases and wall hangings, don't we? Yes, all of us, however, whichever house we live in, have a beautiful, nice, warm house which is well decorated. We also make rangoli to decorate a house during Diwali. Do you all remember that? Great. And now that all of y'all are home, I'm sure you know what y'all can do? Y'all can make some wonderful artifacts at home, some wonderful art and craft, and put it up and make the house look even more amazing. I hope you all enjoyed this chapter where we learned about different types of houses. Yeah. So once we are done with this lockdown and we meet, do let me know or do tell me the houses that you all live in, or what are the different houses you all have ever lived in. Have some children must have lived in an igloo, some must have gone on a stilt house or a houseboat. So let's share our experiences. All right. Anyway, so take care everybody. This is Miss Monali Godambe signing off from today's online session. Bye bye. Stay safe and stay home.